Hey guys, welcome back to Auto Repair guys. Our mission here at the garage is to save you guys as much money as we can. That's why we make these absolutely free videos guys. Let's go ahead and start on it now. Repair guys, today we're working on the Toyota Sienna here guys that we're building at the shop. We got wrecked and we need to replace control arm, front right control arm, because ours is bent. It was hit a little bit right here in the corner and hit the tire as well. So this is the replacement control arm. Okay, this is the model from 2011 until 2016. So if you have one of those and you need to do a control arm replacement because of bushings or other reason, we will cover the video today guys. So this is the replacement control arm. Pretty inexpensive. You can check out the parts that we use on our website mechanicwifestyle.com in the description below. And this one is with it comes with the grease zerk, so you can grease the ball joint. That's a good thing. And now we're gonna go ahead and remove it, but the fact that it's taken apart shouldn't bother you. Everything we're doing now you will need to do pretty much to remove the control arm. So we'll take the tire off quick. Okay, out of the way. Let me show you where this one is bent now. Okay, you can see right here. Let me turn the light on. Okay, you can see it even almost cut it in that place right here, because the tire hit from the front and we'll need to replace it now. But unfortunately it's not as simple as some other vehicles, and this is due to the fact that one of the engine mounts, okay, right here, will need to be removed in order to get to the bottom bolt on the control arm. Okay, this one right here. Okay, so we're on the ball joint now, and we need to pull that safety pin out of there. It's a little bit inconvenient, those things, but that's why they're there. So when you have it in place, if something happens, the nut cannot get loose. Okay, so we pulled it from the back. Okay, this is the thing we're talking about. You need to make sure that the two ends are straightened together, otherwise it's not going to work. Now we need 19mm wrench, and we'll need to take the nut off. Okay, just take it completely off, but what will happen actually? Okay, at one point you will stop, you will not be able to take it all the way out. We will, in our case, we will need to move the control arm down. And they get to be stuck really good, so that's where you usually hammer them, and then we will need to push on this one. Okay, you can see it got loose now. Okay, I have that pipe on the control arm and one person was hitting it. Okay, so it's loose. I'll let go now, and we'll need to most likely step on it. In our case, you can see it's bent really bad. You can see the ball joint. That's what's causing it to not come out as easy as well. So if you have a normal control arm, it will be easier. Okay, I stepped on it. We got the nut out, and I need to step all the way to get it out now. Okay, we got it out, and now we can let go like that. Do not pull too much on the hub now, because it's connected to the CV axle, and that way if you pull too much you pull it out of the transmission side. Alright guys, so there is one clip here that you need to remove. This one is broken, but you pull the center piece out and the rest of the clip. Now with 10mm we're going to remove 2 bolts. And all the tools that we use, you can find them on our website, as I said, and parts. Okay, you don't need to remove that cap, to be honest with you, but it will be a little bit easier, and you just two nuts and a clip. 17 millimeter. Okay, now box wrench we're going to use. Okay, for this one there, because now we'll need to remove the bottom engine mount in order to get to the control arm bolt. Okay, there is another 17 right here as well. We got this one, and there is one more underneath. There is a cap, plastic cap, like that. So we'll need to remove this one too. Okay, getting loose now. Okay, perfect. Now we're gonna get a little impact, we can save a little bit of time. Okay, one is out, two more to go there. Okay, this is the last one. Now we need to do the one on top, and you see what else we need to do, how to support the engine. So this one is a 19 now, 19 millimeter on top there. And take the nut off all the way as well. This car has only 31,000 miles, so it doesn't have much wear on it. Most of the things will go easy. Okay, right there. Next you need to get a forward jack, you need to get a wood block, and we'll need to support the engine on the oil pan. Okay, but you have to be very careful, use a big wood block, otherwise you'll punch a hole in the oil pan, and this could be extremely expensive. Okay, that's perfect, we don't need more. You can see it raised a little bit. Okay, next we'll need to guys remove the three bolts holding that bracket right here. Okay, one here, one there, and this one on the bottom. Okay, so we're getting the one on the bottom loose now, and usually when you get them loose they tend to go by hand really easy. Okay, and now we have two more. We'll have two more on top after that. We'll try to use the ratchet to save us some time on this one, and once we remove it we'll go back to it, guys. Okay, this is the bolt. You can see what it looks like, and now we need to do the two on top as well, and those are with 14. I forgot to mention 14 millimeter for these ones. I need to get them pretty tight after that. If you need to find the torque specs, they're usually online. We'll share that info on our website in the future as well. Okay, one more out. And now this one as well. Okay, and you can pull it out. If you need to, you might need to jack the engine up a little bit. This is the bottom engine mount. Okay, we got it out now. So now we can get to the control arm bolt right here, guys. You can see the one that was hidden. So with 22 millimeter socket, we're going to remove the two bolts now. And believe me, those are really tight. Okay, got those loose. Okay, this is the bolt right there. Second one now. Okay, perfect. This one is out. And we have only one more now. Okay, right here in the corner. And once we remove this one, we'll be able to pull the control arm out. Okay, got those loose. Okay, this is the bolt right there. Second one now. Okay, perfect. This one is out. And we have only one more now. Okay, right here in the corner. And once we remove this one, we'll be able to pull the control arm out. Okay, we got it loose. So what we have to do now, just pull it out. But we need to hold it with a wrench on top because it will be spinning. Okay, there was a little bit of rust inside the bolt, you can see. It fits really tight there, so sometimes getting those out could be a little bit of a trouble. If it doesn't come out, try to unscrew it again. Okay, at the end it might help. Okay, like that, it came out. Okay, now we'll be able to pull the control arm out, but we need to pull a little bit to the side the hub. Okay, and once I get it out of here, okay, we can pull to the other side and actually get it out of that bushing there. And yeah, it's a little bit tight, but you need to mess with it and it will come out. Okay, it's out, guys. Okay, this piece you need to install on the new one. It doesn't come with it. Okay, let's compare them quick and see what kind of damage we had now. Okay, let's put them one by one. Okay, and you can see where this one is bent. Okay, right here, and how the ball joint is facing a different way. Okay, right here, more of the damage as well. You can see it even spread one of the holes. Alright guys, so we installed the new control arm. The same way we removed the other one. We're going to get the two bolts tight right here. Okay, with the 22mm. We need to get the one on the back tight and the ball joint on the bottom tight, and put the safety pin as well. Okay, and next thing, all you have to do, put the engine mount on, get everything tight there. And this will be pretty much the whole procedure, guys. Thank you for watching. Please subscribe. So guys, hopefully the video was helpful. If you have any questions, don't hesitate to let us know. Now check out our YouTube channels, guys. We have more than 19,000 free repair videos that can save you thousands of dollars in future repairs. That's why we make these absolutely free videos. Hopefully the video will be helpful. Thank you for watching. See you guys next time.